Greetings ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another match, and today I'm gonna steer away from the DreamHack Summer 2011. Already covered a lot of matches from there, so it's time to move on, and for now I'm gonna be sharing with you a match played on the European servers. This specific match, this specific replay file was sent to me by one of the players involved on this match. He was kind enough to send me the replay because he started to play on the European ladder and decided to share with me because apparently he watches some of my matches, some of the games on my channel, and I need to thank him for that obviously, and he decided that he should send this one to me for me to take a look at it. And well, it's gonna be a clash between two very interesting players. One of them I'm pretty sure most of you guys know him by heart for now. It's this blue Protoss spawning on this bottom left position. DuckloadRa, also known as WhiteRa. Obviously Duckload, it's his sponsor. He changed the name, he has that account name to promote his sponsor Duckload. But WhiteRa, the Ukrainian Protoss master, Grandpa Toss, one of the most veteran players playing Starcraft 2 and amongst the top beasts playing in Europe. He's gonna be duking it out against this red Terran, spawning on this bottom right position, who is 4KWarden. Okay, 4KWarden was the person that kindly sent me this replay file, and is a member of the new Starcraft 2 team 4Kings. As you guys know, 4Kings has been around for a long time. They had an epic, very powerful team playing Warcraft 3 back in the days, and now they're kind of transitioning into Starcraft 2 and try to muster up together a solid team, and Warden is one of those players. He's from Canada. I think he's from a South Korean family if I'm not mistaken, and he's top grandmasters on the North American servers. He had this new account to play on the Europe servers, then hence he's been playing here against DuckloadRa. But like I was saying, he's top grandmasters. Last time I checked he was on top 20, so a solid Terran player facing here against one of the best Protosses from the European side of the community. Hopefully this is going to be an interesting battle because everything is set for us to enjoy just a massive battle here, and at the same time get to know a new player that might be a star on the rise, who knows. He's on a very solid team. The 4Kings team already showed that they have what it takes to play competitively on other games. Warcraft 3, I remember them having Todd and Grubby playing there, and transitioning into Starcraft 2, I'm pretty sure they're gonna commit all their efforts to get the best team possible up and running, and well, Warden is gonna be one of their representatives. So, checking what's going on this match, as you can see here on WhiteRa, everything calm, everything quiet, gateway into Cybercore, not much of a big deal. The only detail I'm finding interesting is that WhiteRa didn't went for a wall off here on the ramp, he just decided to build inside his base. It's an option, while Warden just got his sturdy wall here, a solid wall to block any access from WhiteRa's units into his main base. On the back of that racks, he's already making, whoa, 3 more racks, so 4 racks opening. No signs of gas, just picking up the first one now. I guess we're gonna have a very menacing stream of Marines coming out soon enough. WhiteRa, meanwhile, didn't even arrive on his opponent's base, though he scouted the rest so he knows exactly where he is, and he's just taking care of that Salnaga watchtower, try to detect all the movements from his opponent. This probe, no chance, bye-bye probe. But like I was saying, seems like that Warden is getting ready to make a lot of pressure and make a big solid push early on the game. See if he can just break WhiteRa before he just starts gathering up a massive death ball and not allowing him to macro properly. On WhiteRa's side, we do have 2 more gateways, so 3 gateways there, might be preparing an expansion. It's one of the most solid and consistent openings and builds for Protoss players, currently being used all over the world, not only on the European server but on the North American and Korean as well. Though now I think he's gonna have a problem. WhiteRa spotted this big move here, even Warden pushing a lot of workers along those Marines, so he's gonna use them at least as cannon fodder or try to just get some bunkers up onto his opponent's base. But for now what we do see is a long conga line with the SCVs leading the way, 2 SCVs trapped inside the base, with the sentry just placing a force field trying to contain the advancement and buying some time for WhiteRa to get a bigger army. Nice detail there, repairing both SCVs to try to keep them alive a little bit longer, and yes, Warden was able to keep them alive just a little bit longer by repairing those 2 SCVs, and now he's just entering the base. The forces from WhiteRa, there's still not much of an army here. As you can see, 3 sentries, 2 sentries, 3 stalkers, and at the same time we have WhiteRa just pushing WhiteRa against the wall, sniping that pylon there in the middle of the 3 gateways and powering down one of them. So this is getting troublesome for WhiteRa. He needs to put these forces out, but seems like that WhiteRa has the proper defense. He's just coming out with some probes out of the mineral line to start shocking those marines, and at the same time the remaining forces from WhiteRa, which are at the moment 2 zealots and 1 sentry, are just slicing and dicing what's left, the remaining forces from WhiteRa, driving him away. So well defended here by WhiteRa. A bit complicated. He got a lot of hits on his plans here on his sim city. As you can see, one of the warp gates is still powered off, meaning that he's gonna have to just replenish his army, replenish his base, get it all rolling again. He got a big hit here, and this was complicated. Let's take a look at the workers loss. 6-7, kind of balanced there, and at the same time we do see that out of that 3 gateway, and after was able to thwart that aggression by WhiteRa, he went for the expansion. So Nexus going down for WhiteRa, and he might be in trouble here. As we all know, inside WhiteRa's base we have 4 racks pumping out more and more bio forces, now taking care of the upgrades and getting some marauders to mix on that marine composition. So we're gonna have a big M&M ball with upgrades. For now, the concussive shells, oh there it is, Stim Pack just popping, and I'm not sure exactly what WhiteRa might be able to do to defend against this. He's gonna have a solid economy the moment he has those 2 bases rolling, but might be seeing here WhiteRa going for a sick timing push right on the precise moment that he kicks in with the Stim Pack probably, and might be too soon for WhiteRa to actually have a proper defense. Let's see if that's the case or not. For now, WhiteRa just climbing up the ramp, taking a look at the forces from WhiteRa. There's plenty of marines and marauders here. Concussive shells already available for the marauders. That Stim Pack is getting built, and soon enough is going to be ready. I think that WhiteRa is preparing a time push based on that timing, on the moment he has the Stim Pack, and meanwhile we do witness WhiteRa just trying to mass up his forces here on the access to his Natural Expo. Keep in mind that on this map this Natural Expo is kind of nasty to defend, has a lot of entrances, has these rocks here on the back. You can even go here or make multi-pronged attacks to force your opponent to split his forces. But what is troubling me at the moment is that I don't think that WhiteRa has enough to defend. I do notice that WhiteRa is pulling back once more, try to just gather up a bigger number. On the supply count is still fairly close, though I'm pretty sure that WhiteRa is ahead on the worker count. There it is, 34 against 26, meaning that WhiteRa has more of an army inside his base. No signs of evolving into anything else. He played the whole game out of 1 gas. Well, he doesn't need it basically. He's just pumping out more and more units out of that 4 racks play, and now getting the shields with the Stim Pack almost finished. I think it's time for him to push. Get ready, WhiteRa, because we have here a 1 base Terran going all out bonkers on aggression. It's time for you to defend, and hopefully he's gonna have enough sentries to at least get some solid force field play and contain the aggression, because I don't think he's gonna have enough units to put against the forces from WhiteRa. 6 sentries, 4 stalkers, 8 zealots against 27 marines and 8 marauders. This is a lot. Very menacing force here by WhiteRa. On the economy, WhiteRa now thriving, as you can see, has a lot more workers. Also because WhiteRa, I'm pretty sure, is getting close to stop the SCV production, or just not making as many as he should if he wanted to go for a 2 base play and expand. And here it comes, a big mass of SCVs to back up and being used as cannon fodder for the main forces of WhiteRa. Big bio forces advancing here, all of them already with Stim, with that concussive shells for the marauders, and the shield getting close to finished. While we do witness WhiteRa trying to get the charge lots, the charge for his zealots, but no time, it's still halfway done. Nice force field play, splitting the forces from WhiteRa. He's trying to defend. Brilliant force field placement there by WhiteRa, allowing only half of the forces to the front, and now he's trying to grind them down, but seems like it's too much. WhiteRa has to escape, has to run back. Too many forces from WhiteRa, and he's gonna try to make a last-ditch effort to resist, probably try to force field the access to his main base and contain the advancement. The problem is that there's no chance for him to defend this Natural Expo here. A lot of forces getting established there, with the Stim Marines advancing here, the ones that got away and passed on that force field, and trying to destroy what's left of WhiteRa's forces. There's not much left, really, to be honest. As you can see, 2 stalkers against 16 marines and 10 marauders. This is brutality here by WhiteRa. He's just basically brute forcing his way into WhiteRa's bases with so many units focusing fire on the buildings that WhiteRa has on his main base. Here they come, marines and marauders focusing the fire on the pylon. Seems like that WhiteRa, instead of going for the production facilities, he just wants to supply block and power down WhiteRa. It is a solid option, and forcing WhiteRa to pull a lot of his probes out of the mineral line. Last desperate defense here by WhiteRa. He doesn't have much else to defend, and as you can see, there's a lot of red dots streaming down from the base from Warden straight into WhiteRa's bases, and he doesn't have much else to defend here besides these four zealots that just come out, just got warped in, and WhiteRa being forced to GG out of this match. The offense by Warden was just much too powerful, way too aggressive, and notice the amount of units that he had streaming in, so meaning that this 4 base play was solid enough to just crush WhiteRa's plans. WhiteRa was investing more on an economy build, tried to expand, was trying to stabilize his game to probably make a massive death ball and kill his opponent on the late stages of the game, but Warden didn't allow him to get to that point and just went straight into his throat, tried to kill him, and well, he actually did. As you can see, he was trying to get that Twilight Council working on the upgrades. He attempted to get the charge for his zealots, but was much too late, and things didn't went very well for WhiteRa on this specific battle. He didn't benefited from this Nexus for much longer anyway, so the economy wasn't a big help as well, and I think it was related with the lack of scouting, because as you can see, to this moment, WhiteRa, the only thing he spotted was this wall, while WhiteRa didn't walled off at all, so he was trusting on his force fields, and things didn't went the exact way he planned, I'm assuming. Well, game done. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and thank you FourKWarden, member of Team 4Kings, for providing this replay. Once again, thank you for taking a look at my channel and for the replay. See you all later, guys. Have fun.